Good morning, students. We will start Standard 8 Physics, that is 11th chapter of CPSC, that is force and a pressure. So before starting, we will discuss about the first part of the chapter, that is force. So everyone will ask, so what is a force? So we can say that a force, that is anything that make change in the movement, can be known as a force. For example, suppose I do have a football and that football is at a rest position, that is not moving, that is at a static position, and without doing anything football will continues to be in a static position. Now if I hit a football with my kick, it will change its motion from suppose point A to the another point B. So due to the force, the football changes its position from point A to point B. That measure is known as a force. Now you will ask, a force can be of how many types? So I will say initially force can be of two types. First is either you are pushing someone and second you are pulling something. So there are two types of forces. One is a push force, another is a pull force. There are as many as other also, like lifting force, pulling force, kicking force, or rotating force, as many as are there. But according to your syllabus point of view, we are discussing only two types of forces, that is push force or pull force. Let me take an example of a cricket. Whenever a bowler takes a run and bowls a ball, he transmits all his energy and force to the ball to hit the wicket. Now, at the another wicket, one batsman is there. He is standing with a force in his bat and he hits a six. So the whole force which is given by a bowler is being transmitted by a batsman to the boundary. So here two types of forces you can observe very carefully. One is throwing force, that is being motion from point A to point B, and another force is a hitting force which is by a batsman from point B to another point C. So some of more examples are, if you are pushing a car, that is pushing force. You are giving energy to transfer a car from point A to point B, that is push force. Suppose you are in a village and you have to carry out water. For that you are going to a well, and in the well you are pulling by rope and keeping water out. So that force you have applied on a rope is the pulling force, and the bucket which has come out of from a well, that is lifting force. So there are so many types of forces are there. So as we can know, you will ask, sir, in length we are measuring in meters, weight we are measuring in kilograms, height we are measuring in foot or centimeter. So what is the unit of measurement for force? You know it very well. The great scientist Newton, he invented force. So the unit of force is nothing but Newton. So you will ask, sir, what is a Newton? How can we measure Newton? So Newton is nothing but mass into acceleration, which you will study in the next some chapters. That is, force is equal to mass into acceleration, where mass is having the unit of kg and acceleration is nothing but meter per second square. And force, as you know, its unit is Newton. So Newton is nothing but kg into meter per second square. Anything that comes under gravity, any weight that comes under gravity, that is force, that is Newton. So now a push and a pull force we have identified. Now we will go for a second topic, 11.2. Forces are due to an interaction. Interaction means what? Whenever two people comes in contact or interact with each other, that is a interaction force. Suppose your friend is riding a cycle and you are playing with him and you are pushing him. So what do? You are transmitting your energy, transmitting your force to the bicycle's friend. So that is how you are interacting your force with your friend. So how many interaction forces are there? There are basically two types of interaction forces. First is like forces, another is unlike forces. So you will again ask, sir, what is the like forces and what is the unlike forces? So I will say, whenever two forces are acting in the same direction, you are pushing your friend in some direction. So he will go in one direction and you are pushing him in another direction. So these two forces are acting in the same direction. So such forces are known as like interaction forces. Similarly, what are the unlike interaction forces? For example, a bull is coming in front of you and you are holding like Bhallaldev in a Bahubali. So that force cancels each other because they are different in direction. Such forces are known as unlike forces. So you will ask, sir, like forces mean the forces are in same direction, whereas unlike forces are the forces are in different direction. But again I will say unlike forces are of again two types. Unlike forces are two types. One is concentric type. That means two forces are crushing anything. That is concentric forces. Two forces are crushing anything. That is concentric forces. And again pulling apart forces. Suppose something is there and you are pulling it apart, you are smashing it with your hands. That force you are generating is known as a pulling apart forces. So again, we do have a like forces and we do have unlike forces. Like forces are those in which forces are acting in the same direction. Either it is leftwards, either it is rightward, either it is upward, downwards, frontwards or backwards. That all forces, if they are acting in the same direction, are known as a like forces. Unlike forces are acting opposite to each other. Either it is concentric forces, either they are pulling apart forces. So nearly each and every type of force I have discussed with you. So make a note, so it will be very useful to you according to CBSE exams. Now we will go with 11.3, that is exploring forces. What are the forces I have told you till now? They are exploring the forces. There are different type of forces are there. 11.4, a force can change the state of motion. That is very easy. Something that is at a position of rest, and if you are applying a force, it will move from position A to position B. That means a force can change the state of motion. Initially it was at a steady state, it is not moving. At the second point, it is changing its state from steady to the movement. In the same way, when you are playing the carom, when you are hitting a striker, to black or white striker, the force you are transmitting from steady to moving position. That is how you score in a carom. Another example I will say, suppose you do have a not well car. So to start a car, battery is low, so you cannot start with a self start. To start that car, you have to push it, and after pushing, the start will move from one point to another point. So again you are changing the state of a body, that is from steady to the movement. In the same way, vice versa, something is in motion and you are stopping it, that is also a force can change the state of motion. Suppose in the cricket stadium, a batsman hits a 4 and that 4 is been stopped by a fielder. That stopping force is also changing a stick from motion to this stoppage force. So 11.4 is introduction is also been completed. Now 11.5. Force can change the shape of an object. Now it is very good point. Suppose you are pushing a ball, you are pushing it very hard, but still a ball cannot move because it is rigidly constructed with a building. So whatever force you are making, the ball does not move. It will not change its state of steadiness to anywhere. So that means you are not applying a force, right? No, that's not true. You are applying a force, but your force is not capable enough to move a ball from point A to point B. So the force which is not making any changes according to the movement, such forces are known as static force. And static force is being observed by either a wall, either a human being. You will exhaust, you are using your forces, but that force does not make any work. So that forces are not make any changes to the wall, but instead it will make changes to your hand. Your hands will push downwards. So the force will either change the movement or either change the shape of your hands. Is it clear? Okay. Thank you. Now I will take one more example for forces can change the shape of an object. Suppose you do have a balloon and you are applying the concentric forces on a balloon. Initially balloon was in a spherical shape, it is a round shape. But when you are applying the concentric forces on a balloon, it will convert its shape from spherical to oval, like an egg. Yes or no? So such forces can not making any movement, not making any changes from point A to point B. Instead, they are changing the shape from first to the second. Is it clear to everyone? Okay. If you have any query, you can comment it below. I will solve it very shortly. Thank you for listening. Listen to me very carefully. I will continue with the next point in a next video lecture. Thank you so much.